Hi everybody, this is Alchemist 2, and I'm back again with another movie review. This is actually a documentary based on a screenplay, and it's called Wit, and it stars Emma Thompson and Christopher Lloyd. And the other people involved I wasn't really familiar with, but as you can see, I've got some tears left lingering in my eyes because I had been through this myself with my mother, who who died due to uh, uterine cancer in 2008. And seeing a portrayal like this just makes you realize how helpless cancer can render the body itself, and it's not sugar coated in any way, shape, or form, and you feel a certain sense of helplessness and hopelessness. However, there's also some reassurance I feel in the film as well, because I felt as if uh, death is really something that is not to be feared. It's not the end, even though it doesn't specifically say that in of itself. Maybe it does through John Donne, the poet that Vivian, the main character, researched when she was going through university. Vivian Bearing, Bearing, as she would spell. She is a very um, intelligent, erudite, eloquent British woman who uses quite the vocabulary. Her vocabulary is just incredible. It truly is a marvel. It's even better than my vocabulary, and that's saying something. Her intellect is just sparkling. It is truly a thing of beauty and dazzling. And when she realizes, well, she reads between the lines in the film itself, because she comes to the epiphany that her cancer, ovarian cancer, it is stage 4, and Dr. Kalikian in the very first stage says, you have stage 4 ovarian cancer. It is pernicious. Well, it is a metastatic cancer, and it has pernicious side effects. And having gone through this myself, it's something that, sorry, it changes you. And excuse me, no one should ever have to see their mother pass away. And I shouldn't cry for her because it's exceptionally selfish. It, I do miss her, and I know she's with me. And this movie really reminded me of her, and it just showed me the struggle cancer patients with no hope go through. I'm sorry, and it really should be uplifting at the end, because it is. It's just a terrible disease. It's awful. It's the most atrocious thing ever, but declaring war on a disease such as this just makes it worse. And doctors and nurses should realize this, and realize that human beings are human beings. They're not gerbils to be experimented on. They have souls. They have rights, and her nurse proves that later on in the movie. It is a very moving scene. It, I'm sorry. so sorry. I just got overclipped and really emotional about that because just seeing it for yourself hits you right here, and it does transform you, and it makes you a stronger person. But it's not something that you can overcome overnight. No, it's something that you have to approach every day, and you just have to keep in mind that someday you will see them again. And I have seen her, and that little bit of kindness that she was shown, I just can't imagine not having anyone. Well, she did, even though she didn't think she did, which I thought was very interesting. But I just am grateful that I was given that experience with my mother, and seeing the impact that she made on so many people's lives. And I have been inspired by that, and I'm hopeful that I can do something similar myself, because I would like to make this world a better place. And I think that Vivian Bearing did so with her uncompromising look at John Donne and his metaphysical poetry. And it did give me a sense of serenity in and of itself, even though yeah, I did blubber like a little baby, I will admit to that. But it is a very exceptional film and kind of difficult to watch. So if you have been through watching somebody die of cancer, I forewarn you now, have Kleenex nearby, because you will weep and weep. But it is a really stupendous film, and I give it 4 stars because it's Emma Thompson. She's just really a remarkable actress, and it is shown as it is what the disease could do, or what the disease is capable of. And Christopher Lloyd's character, he comes across as sort of sterile, but on the other hand, he's in his way, in his sort of unusual, bizarre, inexplicable way, he comes across as a character who cares. And it's kind of a dichotomy. It's very unusual. It's hard to describe, but this is a very good film. And I'm not sure if I can call it a documentary or not, because it's based on a play. And actually, the screenplay was written by Emma herself, which I feel deserves a lot of credit. And to be honest, I was just impressed beyond measure with everything that was done, and the realism involved, because this does not take any liberty. It doesn't try to paint a rosy picture of cancer. I mean, there are some moments where there's laughter, but cancer is, even though it is an astonishing thing and how it proliferates, and just like, Jason says, I agree with what he said, though I wouldn't use the word awesome. I would use the word uncanny and unbelievable, or um, unimaginable, and just diabolical is the word I would use for cancer. Um, but in the end, when everything comes to a close, there is that sense of hope, I think. And hope does come from this. And I really feel that it was a splendidly done film. Just really beautiful, but just to use caution, because it's not for the weak of heart, and it's not for the faint of heart, and it's not for it won't be if you want an uplifting story. It is in its own way, but it'll still make you cry quite a bit, profusely, like it did me. But it's just because I have so much respect for the people in the medical field, and sometimes they can be moronic about certain things. And as I told my dad, I said it's a practice, not a science, and they have to use the empirical method and hypothesize, or they'll never come to a conclusion about what their R&D has discovered. But on a happier note, I did see I did see a piece on Nightly News about the magic bullet that could cure breast cancer, because it attaches to the cell. So actually, they have an adaptogen that it's not an adaptogen. It's just a cell that attaches itself to the cancer, and the therapeutic chemotherapy. It attacks the cancer cells, not the uh, immune cells, the white blood cells that help you fight off infections and foreign bodies and whatnot. And this is really good news. I thought, with Relay for Life coming around the corner, what could be more apropos, you know? But I just think using the words fight and war against cancer, no, not so good. What you want to do in this case is to use something else entirely, like um, perception, manifestation, um, will. I would say willpower, and intention. And these things are extremely powerful, including the efficacy of prayer. And I know that sounds, kind of new age, crystally wistily, but I think it works, and we've seen it work with hospitals over in the East, and I think that this modality of treatment will be more accepted here in the future, rather than just attacking the cells and making the body think, oh, there's something wrong with me. No, you have to reassure yourself that you have the innate ability to heal. And yes, it exists within each and every one of us. We just have to realize this and awaken that possibility once again.